The car you've always promised yourself. The Capri wasn't sold as just a way to get from point A to point B. It was sold as a reward, something buyers had been promising themselves for years. But for that promise to actually come true for as many people as possible, Ford had to keep the price within reach of the average working person. This is where Ford did something a lot of manufacturers would have been nervous about. They spread the Capri lineup all the way from a 1.3-liter engine up to a 3.0-liter V6, and they weren't worried for a second that the bottom end would water down the sporty image of the whole range. Their goal was a lot simpler than that: sell as many cars as possible. The starting price was £890, roughly equivalent to £15,000 in 2019 money. Stack that next to an entry-level Ford Fiesta from the same era, and you start to see how the Capri turned into a coupe that almost anyone could realistically consider buying. But that £890 price tag came with a catch that not everyone clocked right away. The 1.3-liter version, wearing all of the Capri's sporty styling, needed over 20 seconds to hit 60 miles per hour, with a top speed of just 84 miles per hour. In other words, the car looked ready to take off, but the cheapest version definitely wasn't. The top end of the range told a completely different story. The 3000 GT, with its 3.0-liter V6, hit 60 miles per hour in 9.2 seconds, with a top speed of 114 miles per hour. From the outside, the Capri could look fast no matter what. Only the badge on the back told you just how fast it actually was. And the driving experience wasn't just for show either. The suspension got solid reviews from critics at the time, even with somewhat limited travel, and the Capri handled corners with a light, precise feel. There was one small catch, though. The quickest 3.0-liter versions were often paired with the new automatic transmission, which ate into some of the performance that V6 could otherwise deliver. More than 400,000 Capris were sold in just the first 2 years. Production initially happened in Germany and Britain. By 1969, it expanded to Australia. In 1970, South Africa joined as well. The Capri's reach went well beyond Europe too. It was exported to New Zealand and to Japan, where the 2.0-liter version found a particularly strong following. And in the United States, Capri built in Germany were shipped over and sold through Lincoln Mercury dealerships with no Ford badging anywhere on the car. Over there, it was positioned as an affordable, imported compact coupe, a sporty alternative sitting alongside the much bigger cars in the Lincoln Mercury lineup. What's interesting is how completely the Capri's image flipped depending on where it landed. In Europe, it was sold as a taste of America. In the United States, it was sold as a quirky, exotic European car. Same car, two completely different stories. Ford even experimented with a convertible Capri through Crayford Motors, producing the Crayford Capri and the Abbott convertible. But these were built in such small numbers that they were really more of an experiment than a real product line. On the racetrack, the Capri's reputation was built in a completely different way. The RS2600 arrived in 1971 with a fuel-injected 2.6-liter engine, hitting 60 miles per hour in 7.7 seconds. With that car, Ford won the European Touring Car Championship back-to-back in 1971 and 1972. But by 1973, the BMW 3.0 CSL had taken over. Ford fired back with the RS Capri, using a bored-out 3.0-liter Essex engine, no fuel injection, but holding the same 148 horsepower as the RS 2600. This version sat lower, added a rear spoiler, and came with improved aerodynamics for better high-speed handling.